Hi, I'm the Moorlander and this is Moorlander EDC. Now, coming up, Olight have their summer sale. And there's a few things here that I have already made some content on, but they were good enough to send me some of these over. So maybe if you tune in to this month's Beer and Gear live stream, maybe there'll be a giveaway with these. Anyway, but coming up in the sale, so there's the O-Clip Pro S and also the Marauder S as well. These things are awesome. It's that kind of marriage of being able to find things whilst you're out with ease, but at a long distance as well. But the big one that they're showing this time around is the Seeker Ultra. Now the Seeker 4 Pro is one of my kind of favourite truck carry flashlights, because if you need to go out and you're searching for something, or if I've come out into the woods, I've parked down the far end and I'm walking the dog, these are awesome. But they have done, as they have done with lots of their lights, they've done the Ultra upgrade to this. Yes, you probably have one of the originals, now it's an Ultra and you're definitely going to want to pick one of these up. So let's turn the camera around and let's take a closer look. Now I guess a super quick look around the box. What you'll find with Olight usually is they do leave some details on the back here, but with their Ultra versions, they've just made them a little bit more low-key, which, no, it's not a bad thing, but usually I'd show you some stuff on the back, but there isn't really much on the back. But inside the box you get everything that you'd expect. You get the light, you get the sleeve, which is also a charging sleeve as well, so don't worry, we will get back to that. You get a charging cable, and you also get some screws as well. So this is designed so that if you want to clip this to your belt, then you can do, but it also comes with a small mount that you can clip this to. So maybe if you are if you're a police officer and you want to have this so that you can clip it onto your the dashboard of your car, maybe, which I'm sure you'd have somebody telling you off for screwing holes into the dashboard. But it also has a 3M back as well. Or maybe this is the light that every single night you walk the dogs, and it's the one that you always take with you, so you can lock it onto whatever it is that you want to. Now, the actual charging cable, so this is the same one that you get with the Seeker 4 Pro. The Seeker 4 Pro and the Seeker Ultra are incredibly similar. In fact, they're pretty much the same light, just with a few upgrades to the look and feel and the construction with this, and maybe some of the lumens ever so slightly. But with this, so as far as your charging options, it's probably useful, as I've mentioned this here, you can have this on your belt and then you're just out. But if you take this off your belt, you'll see here at the bottom there is a USB-C charging port on here, so you could have this at home, have this charged, plugged in all the time, and when you get home, put this back into this. This is what I mean, like if this is the light that every single night you go out and you walk the dogs with, put it back into there and it will start to charge this. If it is that you're used to Olight's USB, the magnetic chargers, then it will also fit a magnetic charger here on the bottom. If it is that you've forgotten this, and you're like, oh, I need to charge it, and you haven't got your magnetic charger, then there is also a charger, or at least a charging USB-C port here on the back as well. I've tried this with several different types of USB chargers and they all work perfectly. So as far as your charging options are concerned, I mean, the world's your lobster with this one. It has the most options that you could possibly get with any Olight. But this, for all intents and purposes, this is the same charger that you get with the Seeker 4 Pro. I'll just put that down for a second. Now, to give you some of the, I suppose, the big details on this, as far as the length of this is concerned, it comes in at 138 millimeters, and at its thickest, which is at the head, it comes in at 35 millimeters. As far as the construction is concerned, this is where it does differ to the Seeker 4 Pro. Rather than this being made from a fairly common 6061 T6 aluminium, this is made from Olight's own proprietary aluminium called OAL, which, as far as properties are concerned, is closer to it's more like titanium than it is to aluminium. Charging this, so on the bottom here, Oh, well, other than charging, it's all powered by a 21700 milliamp hour battery. This is the same battery that Olight use for their other Seeker 4 Pro, so it's no real difference there. As far as aesthetics is concerned, this is where it also slightly changes from the Seeker 4 Pro. So with the Seeker 4 Pro, it looks and feels pretty much the same. The difference with this is though, so where you've got this rubberized section here on the others, this is black, and then you've got whatever color that it is. So they've been able to color match the OAL, or at least the anodizing that they put to the OAL, to make sure that it looks similar. I like the look and feel to this. The other difference is here on the front where the UI wheel is. So this is similar to the other version, but it has this hexagon around it, which again, it's just, you'll find with other Olight's Ultra versions that they have this hexagon on there as well. Now looking down into the business end, hopefully you'll be able to see there that there are four LEDs in there, and then in front of each of those LEDs there is a TIR lens, which is designed to make sure that this light just kind of disperses. These are awesome lights just for getting that full flood. Although it's called the Seeker, a Seeker for me tends to think that it's more like a spotlight, but with these it's actually more of a floodlight, which you would get from having 4 LEDs on the end. Now the UI on this is no different to any other UI on these. One of the main differences though, that it does have a lockout. So it's not going to turn on because I've turned it on within a few seconds. But if you don't turn this on for a few seconds, it will automatically lock itself out. There are some other lockout features on this, like for example when you put it into here it will lock out as well, and when you take it out of here it will turn off that lock. Let's see if it's done it now. So yeah, it's done it now. So you'll be able to see if as much as I press this button, it just simply won't turn on. To turn it on, you just have to turn the wheel a bit and then it will unlock it. So it's no kind of, you got to do some strange kind of triple click, spin around 6 times and sacrifice 3 sheep. No, you just simply give it a bit of a twist and it will turn on. Now when it is unlocked, the UI is identical to everything else that Olight does. So you can do a long press from off. This will put it on to its moonlight mode. You can then do another long press, which will then be low, medium, high. And then if I press again, it will then go back to low rather than its moonlight mode. So if I want to get back to moonlight mode, I have to turn it off and then do a long press. Now when it's on, in fact, let's put it on to medium. When it's on, if I want to get it on to its turbo mode, which for this is 4,800 lumens, then I can do a double press. Oh, I didn't do a double press then, I just turned it off. You can do a double press and that will put it onto its turbo mode. There is also a 1, 2, 3 triple press, which will then put it onto its strobe mode. If you're used to Olight's UI, which has been adopted by so many different manufacturers, you can pick this up and you'll know what you're doing with it within seconds. You know, it's very similar to all of Olight's UIs. And being able to use it is certainly very easy. Again, you could hand this to anybody and they'd probably be able to work out quite quickly on how to use this. Now let's get down to the lake, because we'll go through the different settings on this. We'll see how this works in the dark. So yeah, let's fast forward. Let's wait till the sun's down. Okay, so we're down at the fishing pond. We'll go through the, nearly missed that then for a second. We'll go through the settings on the Seeker Ultra. Now, as you remember before, hopefully, because I've just had it on anyway. You just have to do that little quick unlock and that will unlock it for you. But we're going to go through the lowest. So if I do from off, if I do a long press, then I can go on to its moonlight modes. Now the moonlight mode setting on this, if you remember, there's 4 LEDs on there, and each of those kind of gives off on its lowest setting. Just over a lumen each. So on this moonlight setting, rather than just being 1 lumen, this is 5 lumens. So it does a very good job if you're out walking and you want to conserve your light or conserve the battery as much as possible. Moonlight mode does a very good job.
something falling out of the tree over there. Keeps making noises and disturbing me. Now I can do a long press, and that will take it from its moonlight mode to its low mode. Is 5 lumens all the way up to 50 lumens on low. Now this does a very good job on low. If you're out walking, you need to be able to see in front of you. The low mode on this is actually really good. You could probably do the vast majority of the stuff if you're just out walking and trying to, well, like a flashlight, isn't it? You want to see in front of you, don't you? The low mode, you can certainly do a lot on 50 lumens. I can do another long press. This will take us up to the medium mode. So now on the opposite side, so this tree, that tree is about 10 meters away. There's a little waterfall over there that's probably about 20 meters away, and then the opposite side of the pond, that's another about 20 meters away. On its medium mode, this is now 300 lumens, and yeah, you get to see so much more of this. You can do another long press. This will take us up to high. That tree now is lit up like a Christmas tree. So much easier to see. Now on high, this is 1200 lumens. There's the opposite side, really easy to be able to see. And there in the middle, there's a little island in the middle. Come back over here, there's that waterfall, which again, so much easier to see. And again, we've got the 2 bats flying around us tonight as well. Now if I do another long press, this will take us back round to low. Now one of the things that I just wanted to show you with this is, so if I've got the out in front of you, if you can see, so there is some UI around this button. Here on the left hand side, which I'm just putting my thumb over, there is your lumen levels. Now it's just turned off for a second. Here on the right hand side, which I'm just putting my thumb over, there is your battery level. But what we've looked at so far are the actual steps. So if I do, so here again, there's that tree, so we're on low, medium, high, low, medium, and high. That's me pressing the button, and that will jump between each of those steps. But this button here, this is, you know, you can turn this around. We've already seen you can turn this around. So what you can do is, if you don't want to go by the steps, you can turn it around instead. So instead you just get smaller increments in between each of the different lumen levels. So depending on whether you could just turn it on and go, okay, I want it to be that bit, or you can turn it down, you want it to be that bit. Then you can move that dial instead to kind of get a perfect one. Now it's difficult to work out what you're at, because that was let's put it on to, there's high. High was your 1200 lumens, but with medium being 300 lumens, you just kind of have to guess where you are. I don't know what that is. I don't know if this might be, say, 800 lumens. I don't know. You just have to kind of work it out. But you've got that option should you need to. But again, so if you can see on the side there, as I turn this round, let's bring this a little bit closer. You can see that moving around and going up here on the left hand side as I rotate that button. Now the other option on here, which for the Seeker Ultra would be its turbo mode, you can do a double press, and this will now put it onto its full 4800 lumens. Now when I do this whole area is absolutely lit up. See how much light this pushes out. There you go, that was that bat again flying around. There he is again. Yeah, now so one of the things I usually do, I mentioned before about those 4 LEDs. There is a hot spot here, but because you've got 4 LEDs with TIR lenses, it's not a super pronounced hot spot. But again, I don't think it needs to be. But as you usually do, actually let's put this. Right, so there's low, medium. So now we're on medium, which is the 300 lumens. 45 degrees to the left and back, 45 degrees to the right and back. So it diffuses a lot of that light as you're walking around. It just makes sure that the area in front of you, rather than having a super defined hotspot, you know, it just diffuses that light. It makes sure that everything that you can see in front of you is just super simple.
So there you have it, the Seeker Ultra. Now there's quite a few upgrades in this that I really do like. The UI really hasn't changed that much. In fact, it's not changed at all, but I do like the new kind of look and feels to these. If you're going for the Gucci Olight, the Ultra versions of each of those are the kind of the Gucci versions, but because these are the newer kind of updated versions as well, then you get the additional things like the USB charging on the back here as well. But everything that you already love about the Seeker is in here. It's just got this kind of new flair and this kind of Gucci packaging to it. Very, very nice. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of this, Olight do have their summer sale that's on. You can pick up things like the Olight Pro S, and you can pick up the Moorlander 2 Minis. These are also on sale as well. But of course, I'll leave some of those links below. They may be affiliate, in fact they are affiliate links, so if you choose to use those, they just give me small kickbacks to my channel. It's to no extra cost to you, but what I do also have is, if you check the description below, there is an exclusive discount code as well. So if you're after some more discount, if you use my links and my code, then you'll get some additional discount as well. Yeah, so it just helps me to make content like this in the future. So yeah, those links will be below. I'll leave some of my social media links below so that you can see more from me here on Moorlander EDC, and my sister channel, Moorlander Tactical, where I look at kind of more tactical natured items. And whether you're watching this on YouTube or Rumble, as always, stay safe, stay Moorlander, and stay EDC. It is really hot here today in the Kingdom of the Moorlands. We are blessed with some glorious weather. It's only about 23 degrees, but it feels like it's about 33 degrees. Here in the Kingdom of the Moorlands, we have a better climate. At this moment in England, it's pissing it down because it's England. So anyway, yeah, cool. Anyway, I hope you're good. I know what day this is coming out. I think this comes out on the 20th or 21st, 23rd. Whatever day this comes out, I hope you're all good. And yeah, see you soon. Love you lots. Have a great week. Tati bye bye. Okay, you can go now. Go on, bugger off.